back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you guys in details about the science of gaining weight. If you've seen my how to gain weight in the right places video, then you know that the first advice I gave you guys was to try and understand the science behind gaining weight, because I feel like once you're more aware and you're more knowledgeable about a subject, it's easier to accomplish that subject. Okay, no matter what that is though, it doesn't just have to be specifically for gaining weight. But in this video, I'm going to go into details about how gaining weight works, the roles that each macronutrient basically plays in your body, and how your body stores them, and all that other good stuff. So, without any further ado, if you're interested, definitely keep on watching. Alright guys, so first things first, if you're new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button before you leave. Make sure you join the family. Also, turn on your post notifications so you never ever miss an update from me. And as always, if you find anything in this video helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Now let's go ahead and jump right into this. So what is weight gain? Like, how does it happen? Weight gain happens when we consume more calories than our daily caloric expenditure. So in simpler terms, if you eat more calories than your body requires, at the end of that day, your body is basically going to take all the extra calories, all the extra energy it did not use, and it's going to store it in your body. This is also known as putting yourself on a caloric surplus. Now, I really want to break this down for you because it's actually really simple. So say for example, I eat 4 bananas a day, right? And at the end of the day, after doing all my daily activities like shipping out orders, going to the laundry, cleaning up around the house, going to the gym, say all of that, my body just needed 3 bananas to complete all of those tasks, right? So because I ate 4 bananas, I have 1 extra banana in my body that I did not use, okay? So basically at the end of that day, what my body will do, it will take that extra banana energy and it will store it back into my body, okay? Excuse me, y'all, I live in New York City, so something's always happening. But yeah, that's pretty much how that works. So at the end of the day, if I don't use that 4th banana, it's gonna get stored back in my body, because as you know, energy cannot be created nor can it be destroyed. We all learned this in high school, and so the only thing you can do is transform the energy. So basically, if I don't use up that banana during that day, the banana is gonna be turned into fat and it's gonna be stored back into my body for later use. Now, the next day I eat 4 bananas and I only end up using 3 bananas again. So that means I have an extra banana left that's going to be stored back into my body. Now, if I do this 7 days, that means I have 7 bananas. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm really trying to break this down for you so you understand. That means I have 7 bananas worth of energy in my body that I did not use that's going to be stored into fat, okay? So basically, if I do this for a month, that means I'll have 30 to 31 bananas in the form of energy in my body, in the form of fat in my body that I did not use, okay? Because again, every day my body only required 3 bananas, but I was eating 4 bananas. So that extra banana is gonna end up adding on and turning into fat, okay? That's basically how it works, and I hope this really simplifies it for you guys so you understand. So instead of bananas, because of course I don't think anybody should live off of 4 bananas a day, okay? You need to eat, say you eat like 5 meals a day and you only use 4 meals. It's the same concept, okay? Let's go back to my banana example. So this is literally the same thing for gaining weight and the same thing for losing weight. You need to figure out how many bananas, okay, whatever your daily caloric intake is, for you to be able to complete all your tasks. You need to find out what that amount is, and then you need to eat a little bit above that in order for you to gain weight, okay? Now, I would only suggest you go, maybe increase your calories by like 100 to 200 calories, okay? Do not do like 500,000 calories a day or 4,000 calories a day. I did that before. It is not healthy. Again, I talked about this before in almost every single weight gain video I did, so please don't do that. Gain weight moderately, okay? But anyways, what I'm saying is, this concept is the same whether you're trying to gain, lose, or maintain. And once you understand this, all you have to do is figure out the numbers. It took me forever to figure this out because I didn't really understand how it worked. Basically, my point is, overeating, also otherwise known as being in a caloric surplus, is what will help you gain weight. okay? So once you understand that, you just need to figure out the numbers because that's different for everybody. And that's pretty much it, you guys. It is actually so simple. And if you need to lose, it's the same thing. Find out how many bananas you need to consume per day in order for you to like complete all of your tasks for that day, and then just eat a little bit less than the amount of bananas you actually need to complete all your tasks, because then in order for you to get through the day, your body will have to draw energy from the fat that is already stored in your body so that you can complete those tasks, which is eventually gonna lead to weight loss, okay? So weight gain is the complete opposite. Make sure you eat more than the bananas that you need throughout the day, so that at the end of the day, after you finish doing everything, your body still have more energy and it'll just store it back in your body in forms of fat. Now, I don't recommend anybody to gain weight by just gaining fat, okay? I am highly against that. I don't recommend that at all. That's what I used to do before. Please, you guys, do not do that, okay? And I want to go ahead and talk about the different types of weight gains real quick, just so that that's kind of clear to you guys, okay? So there's different types of weight gains, okay? You could gain fat or you can gain muscle. Now, in order for you to gain weight properly, no matter what your goal is, whether you're trying to add a little bit more fat or a little bit more muscle, I would highly suggest you focus on building muscle rather than fat. But in order for you to get to either one of those two goals, you need to understand the 3 macronutrients that actually make up your calories, okay? And they are your fats, your proteins, and your carbs, okay? First, let's start with the carbs and the fats, okay? The carbs and the fats are primarily used to store energy, whereas your proteins are used to repair and rebuild tissue, okay? So this is why almost every single person who's in the gym takes protein. And we do this because once we get in the gym, while you're weightlifting and squatting, what you're actually doing is you're tearing down your muscles. However you choose to take in your protein, after you consume your protein, what that will do is it will basically go to your muscles and it will rebuild your muscle tissue. And once you tear it up, in order for it to come back, it has to become stronger than what it already was. And this is how you get your muscles to grow. So this is how you grow literally any muscle. In order for you to get a bigger butt, you need to go do things like hip thrust. And while you hip thrusting, you're basically working that muscle so hard to the point where you tear the muscle tissue. Now, this doesn't mean you actually hurt yourself. This is what happens when you experience things like soreness, okay? So then when you come back home and you feed your muscles the protein goes in there and it actually rebuilds the tissue, okay? So I hope that made sense. So that's the different roles they play, okay? So fats and carbs are used for energy, and protein is used mainly to repair and rebuild tissue, okay? So I hope that's very clear. Now we're gonna go ahead and talk about how and where your body stores all of these micronutrients, okay? So when it comes to carbs, when you consume carbs, your body takes that as glycogen and it stores it in like your liver and your muscles. This is why when it comes to gaining weight, I tell people, especially if you're in the gym, consume carbs. They're not bad for you, just don't overdo it, okay? Whereas when we talk about fat, your body is gonna store the fat in your fat cells. This is why I am highly against anybody who's trying to gain weight to just focus on gaining fat, because this is where you gain the weight and then it all goes to your stomach or your upper body or your face or your legs, okay? You cannot control this. This is literally up to your body. You cannot control where your fat goes. Whereas when you go to your muscles, you can actually control where your muscles grow, because you can go and specifically target that muscle in the gym and tear it up and build it back up, which is gonna result in growth, okay? So this is why I'm highly against gaining fat, because you cannot spot target fat. Anybody that tells you that will be lying to you. And I always tell you guys this because this is the biggest mistake I made when I was trying to gain weight, because I didn't really understand that it wasn't just a matter of me just increasing my calories. I had to understand the 3 macronutrients that make up the calories, and then I had to figure out how to divide them, okay? Like, so there's a specific amount of carbs that you should be eating, a specific amount of fat that you should be eating, and a specific amount of protein that you should be consuming. The main thing I would tell you is, if you're trying to gain weight, is to please focus on building muscle, okay? rather than just building fat, because trust me, that's the only way you can have control of where the weight goes, okay? And if you're a female, don't worry, you will not look manly. You guys know, especially if you follow me on Instagram, I'm in the gym literally every day, morning, night, all the time, all day long, okay? And the reason why I don't look manly is because I have been on a caloric surplus, on a mini caloric surplus, in like forever. And the way I divide my macronutrients is for me to have the specific look I have now. But I told you guys in my previous video, actually my last video, that I am going on a mini weight loss journey where I want to shed the body fat and maintain the muscle, and then just from there on focus on building muscle, only because I feel like I just kind of want to have abs. If you want the details as to why, go back to my previous video, you can check that out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking here because I feel like this wasn't too much information, but it could be a lot of information as well. But watch it back as many times as you need to. This is literally crucial when it comes to gaining weight. You have to understand how all of these things work, and once you do, you guys, everything is so much easier. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, of course, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and tell me what journey you're on right now. Are you trying to gain, lose, maintain? Did you find anything in this video helpful? Comment below any other videos you want to see on my channel, and of course, make sure you go ahead and you turn on your post notifications so you'll be the first to see my videos when they come out. That would help me out so much. Please go ahead and turn on your post notifications, and follow me on my Instagram, and follow me on all my other socials. Check out my website, and I'm gonna stop talking now. I've been saying I'm gonna stop talking for a while, so bye you guys.
Time to go, I love you.